Okay, so far we've added hosting to the domain disabledveteransusa.org, which is WordPress blogging software, and the .com version, which is e-commerce software Magento. Now, in order for the software to talk to the server or maintain touch with it, we have to hook it up to a database. And this is going to be so simple, and anybody could do this. So we're going to go into our DreamHost account, and you could do this with any web hosting company. You go into MySQL databases. If you're running Microsoft, it's going to be SQL databases. And normally I get a pen and paper here so I don't forget what I'm picking for my passwords and username. So there's four main things that you're going to need: the database name, host name, username, and the password. Now this username and password is the username and password for the database, not for the user that you use to connect through FTP. So in this case, I'm calling a database name test DB for database 123 MySQL. Make sure that this is on the correct domain. So I'm going to select a .org username, fake username, and then make up a password. Database comment, you don't really need to fill that out. Anyway, add new database. Well, it seems like somebody already took test database 123. Let's see, 456. Maybe that'll work. All right, there we go. So again, write this down on a piece of paper, and then that way you don't forget when you're hooking up the stuff. This is going to take about 5 to 10 minutes. Usually it's instantaneous. Okay, now we're back at the MySQL databases part, and you can see that the database has now been created, and that's that little note that I put WP blog for WordPress blog. We're going to create a new MySQL database just to hook up the Magento e-commerce software, knock two things out at once. So this database for Magento is going to be Magento 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Here for the host name, I'm just going to create a new host name. I'm going to call it MySQL disabledveterans.usa.com. Fake username, I'll just create another username for this database. And fake username. Here we go. Fake username 2. Okay. Well, I filled out the information, and I've created my second database. And here they are. So it's really, really easy to create a database. Now here comes the part where we're going to hook it up. So this is default WordPress setup. Let's go. Okay, this is the same information I put into DreamHost. What? Oh, whoops, I forgot some numbers. Okay, let's try this again. Test DB 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, there we go. Run the install. Stuff's just too easy. Now this username is going to be the one that you use to log into WordPress from the internet. So make up your own. Don't use admin. Make up and write down this password, because this is what you're going to always be using. Install WordPress, and that's it. Done. We're going to use, now this is part admin, and then the passwords, whatever you chose. And there we go. We've installed WordPress. This is the back end, and this is the front end. .org. Now let's do this for Magento. It's the same process. This is a super piece of cake. So easy, I don't even have to change any settings. Okay, this is the information that I had written down earlier. And again, just like we saw in WordPress, this is going to be my login. This stuff I usually leave as is. I'll select this one for rewrites. File system, I always leave it as file system instead of database. Hit continue. Sorry, I flipped these around. Now let's see if this works. Is it going? Yeah, it's going. Okay, it's synced up to the database. Francisco Meza. Put in and you'll see what the next screen looks like. Username. Let's put, I don't know, admin, and make another. I'll use the same one that I used on the database that I just created. Of course, make your own. Don't be using the same password everywhere. There we go. Save this. Print it out just in case you need it in the future. I think it has something to do with credit cards. So, okay, so front end. We're going to go to the front end and then the back end. That loads up. And this is going into the back end. So you can now see what your new Magento install looks like on the back end, and this is the default front end. So this is just straight out of the box. There we go. Was that easy? Or what? If you start getting stuck on any of this stuff, just leave a comment in the forums, and somebody will help you out. And now you know how to install real software and hooking it up to the domain that you want, whether it's blogging software, e-commerce, a newsletter publishing type of software, forum software, whatever it is. You now know how to do it. It's all the same process.